Launch sequence initiated.
Whew, what a flight. Oh, a little dark. A little dark in here today. Oh, gotta turn up the gain on these cameras. I'll fix it later. It doesn't matter. Hey, it's morning. Maybe that's what the deal is. Who knows? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Studio of Solitude. Here in my secret mountain lair. Hey guys, we're gonna, you know what we're gonna do? Again, I like to reiterate, every comic book artist gets one of these. You just get them. It's like, they don't give you paper, but they give you one of these. But what they don't give you is a space station, which I have. Not everybody has it. Kind of a bummer for Jim Lee, but I got one. We're going to do what we've been doing, which is we're going to keep inking these comic books. That's what happens here. And what you just saw was the most exciting part of the whole thing. Because now, it's just tiny motions of this beautiful man's hands. So we're going to get back to it. So I got to take the long walk back around here to the table. Near my magnificent crystals. I'll see you guys in a couple seconds. Hang on. Here I go. We're super quiet. We fixed it. We fixed it though. It's a different microphone. This is not the same microphone I use on the other thing. So there you go. Hi everyone. We've got our tools. We've got a yawning dog. Oh, he's coming in. Before we get to drawing, we have to look at my dog. Because he came to visit. Hello. Hello, Winky. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Man. All right, here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, no, you know how this goes. You come in here during stream time, and I have to pick you up. Oh, there he is. There's my big buddy. Say hello to the audience, Winston. Here, are you gonna draw? He doesn't know how to draw. He's a dog. He's stupid. All right, Bobby. Get out of here. Go away. Go do something. Go do something productive with your time. Go get me some pretzels. Or sit there. You can sit there too. That's fine. Dogs can't drive a bus. Not right away. I did. I wrote the intro music, and all of the beep boop music is all old stuff from when I used to have my when I used to post videos on my YouTube channel. So it's all, everything's made in-house around here, you know? That's how we do it. Is this on screen? It's on screen enough. It's good enough for you. You can see it. Yeah, the intro music is sort of a mashup of the Bronx and a weird Swedish band called Soundtrack of Our Lives. If I were to... Oh, something happened. What happened? Oh, thank you for the follow. But there, if you, it's sort of I can't remember the name of the song, but it's sort of based on one song from the Bronx I can't remember, and then a song called Big Time from Soundtrack of Our Lives, and I kind of just mushed them together in a way in my head that sounded kind of cool, and it became my theme song. I'm willing to tell you exactly where it came from, and this is this Twitch stream. Nobody cares. I'll tell you my influences. Uh-oh. I hear a gross slurping noise behind me, which usually means that my dog is licking his erect penis. Oh no, he's just cleaning himself. Okay, we're good. He's just regular licking himself. But there's a real particular timbre to it. It's very slurpy. It's so gross. My dog is a weird pervert. He's a sweet boy though. Oh, I called him a pervert and he left. I went to go bother my wife, somebody who doesn't call him a pervert. She calls him a pervert, but not to his face. That's probably the difference between us. See, there you go, guys. This is how you do panel borders. This is the secret sauce of comics making. You get the thickest felt pen you can find, and you just draw straight lines. That's it. It's so easy. What kind of pen are you using? This is a Molotov blackliner, and it's the 1mm variety. So she thick. I don't like these as much for drawing the actual characters for some reason. There's something about them. The way the ink flows on them is a little weird for me. For some reason I like doing actual art panel work with uni pins. I don't know what the difference is. I couldn't tell you. It just feels different in my hand, and I like those ones better. Uh-oh. I can hear my wife going, no, to the dog. I remember somebody asked me what pen is that once, and I took a photograph of myself with a tube of chapstick over a drawing, And everybody's like, what's the chapstick for? And it was a joke. So I actually tried putting chapstick on a drawing once to see if it would do anything cool, and it just made the paper greasy. So I immediately went into the comments on my Instagram post and said, whatever you do, do not put chapstick on your drawing. You will regret it. Fun and educational. Alright. We're done with this ruler for today. And with this pen. We can put it away. We can also enjoy a fine cup of coffee from a place called Coffee, K-O-F-F-I, in the beautiful Coachella Valley. Edutainment, baby. Yeah. Your 5-year-old will love it. If you have one. If you don't have one, then he won't love it, because he doesn't exist. Now we're going to do some contour line inking. It's the most fun kind, honestly. Ooh, stream's a little dead today. Nobody stopped by, according to my thing here, except for you fine people, the best people, all my good friends, Killian, David, Anton. Thank you so much, you guys. So now we get the Cali ink out. Technically a calligraphy ink, but it's really good for putting down nice smooth lines. It flows very nicely. Which is what you want. Sometimes breaks up, but not too bad. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Wait, which beep boop is this? I can't hear it. I gotta put my headphones on so I can hear it. Oh yeah. Look, these beep boops are here to put you in a good mood. And I feel like that one accomplishes this goal very well. We're gonna move the camera up just a hair, just a fraction. And then I'm going to proceed to not draw on it. There we go. Now we're going to put it back down. It's not what it's called, though, hilariously. This one's called Boober Butt. As I told you, sometimes I name them after the sound they make, other times not so much. I love that all the ones that people actually like are the ones that completely break my naming convention. Is he being a pain in the butt, dear? Do I need to come get him? He's being naughty in my wife's office. I took him to the park today, and there were too many dogs. And he doesn't do well around other dogs because, as I've mentioned, we adopted him a little late, and he is dog obsessed. Any dog he sees, he's pretty sure is going to be his best friend. Oh, yes, he's here. You missed him already. He stopped by the office already. But he assumes every dog is going to be his best friend, and he wants to play with them desperately. So when I took him to the park this morning, and there were so many dogs, and he wanted to play with literally all of them instead of listen to me. And we go to the park for training because he's good at he's good in the house, he's good in the front yard, he's good in the backyard. But what he's not good at is listening when there's a lot of distractions around. So we go to the park to distract him and try to get him to pay attention.
And the last probably 3 days, he'd been really, really good about paying attention. But today, it was too much for the poor guy. He was just like, and it was just whining and upsetitude that he was not making friends. And I'm like, nope, we have to focus. We have to do our hard work. We have to do the hard work of being a dog that lives with a human. And my poor boy was just not having it. So now I think he's a little amped up today. There we go. That's better. That's a better line. Better than that shit-ass line I threw originally. We'll fix that one in a minute, too. How's everyone's morning been? What did everybody do last night? What did you have for dinner? I'm trying to cut back on my chips. We have a pile of almonds in the cupboard, so I'll probably just have those like a lame old man. Grilled chicken and sweet potato sounds good. The other day my wife made something she likes to call chicken slop, which was just like chicken and sweet potatoes and like cheese on it. And when I tell you, I looked at it and I was like, I wasn't expecting much, right? It's not the most appealing looking bowl, but when you put it in your mouth, ladies and gentlemen, wizardry. I love it. I love that old man food. I need to do like a legit Oompa band song in my beep boop style. Oh, I hear a crunch. Dear, what is he crunching?
His, cheese thing.
Oh, you're out of your office.
Yeah, he's being a shithead, so I was playing.
Oh, okay. Do I need to jump and... Okay. Yeah, she broke free of her office. Jim Zub is a pretty decent dude. I have no complaints about this Jim Zub. I met him a couple of times. He's very good friends with my buddy Max Dunbar. That's right. I have cool friends. Yeah, Max is a real sweetheart. Am I on screen? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, okay. I gotta periodically check in to make sure I'm not doing this wrong. You guys gotta be able to see the magic as it unfolds. As the lines take shape. As the art takes wing. Where dreams take wing. Yeah, they're real good buddies. They usually table next to each other. At least they used to. I remember the second or third time that Max and I actually hung out was at Emerald City, maybe. And he and Jim were always sitting next to each other. They did Champions together, I think, at one point. Take a sip of coffee and see what you guys are talking about. Nothing. You're not saying anything. Well, glad I took this break. See, I'm a big paper spinner because I can't throw any line in any direction. Okay, there's a dirty secret. I can only do one angle, more or less, so the paper needs to fit the way my hand moves. So there's a lot of spinning. It's a dizzying experience. Oops! smudged. Good news. I smudged it into the black area, so it's not going to matter. I'll just clean this part up here a little bit. See, now you'll know what happened. You'll know what happened, but nobody else does. And, hilariously, I might just fix it digitally later. Because guess what? I got a computer. I know how to use it. Why are you swearing, dear?
It's not meant for stream. The dog is excited and slurping.
Oh,
He was sitting on me while doing it.
he was sitting on you while slurping his erect penis?
Yep, it's real gross.
He's so nasty. He's such a gross... He's a teenager. He's a teenage boy. As we like to say around this house. If we could have done it at 15, we'd have done it too, I guess. Yes, share the secret now. Put it on Blue Sky or Twitter or something. Let everyone know I'm a fraud. He smudges his ink and then doesn't care about it and then fixes it later. Not like Sandra Hope, who just every time she puts down a line, it's perfect. And I hate her. I don't hate her. She seems like a nice lady. And her dog's really cute. Yeah, that'll be fine. I like that. I find just by doing this traditional inking more, I'm getting better at it. Isn't that funny? Just practice, stupid. And you too can draw a comic book for everybody. Everybody can do it. Anybody can do it. You just gotta be good. By spending too much time in one room all by yourself. Uh-oh. Is he coming back? Nope. He knows better now. Because he knows when he comes in here, I pick him up to show you guys my cute dog. Do I prefer this to doing it on the computer? It depends. This is going to sound terrible to all of my other collaborators. If I really love the project, I'll do it traditionally. Or if the story requires it, like a slightly more analog feel. Hey, he's back. Don't eat the plastic. Uh-oh, it's dog time. He's returned. Are we just eating garbage? Okay, we're just smelling garbage. All right, the dog is returned, so we have to pick him up and show him to everyone again. Come here, Bubba. He's back. He snurfled. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna bite my ears? Oh, thank you. He is a good boy. What are you up to? You have anything to do? Anything on the docket today? Oh, penis is out. Glad you guys can't see that. He just gets so stimulated when you touch him. Okay, Bubba. gonna give him a treat. Hopefully, I'm gonna reward him for having an erection, I guess. Down. Good boy. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Now he's in an appropriate position to be rewarded. Not just sitting on my lap with the lipstick out of the holster. Gross. He is gross. Oh, but he's being very good right now. He also smells funny. Why do you smell like that? We took you to the groomer last week and you smelled very nice. Now you smell weird. The nice dog smell doesn't last long. I don't know what his deal is. I did Google to see if teenage dogs or like adolescent dogs also get stinky the same way like teenage boys do. Turns out that's not a thing. We just have a weird smelling dog. You can see that, yeah? Yeah. Also, I'll extend this to people in the chat. If you ever want to come on and actually talk, I'll start up a Discord and then people can jump in and we can talk on stream about whatever it is you're interested in. Comic stuff if you want, I guess, but and we can yell about. All right, sounds good. Have fun with whatever it is you got to do. But yeah, we can yap on stream about whatever you like. Have a fun conversation. Fair enough. Yeah, because I mean, it might be fun. I don't know. So I think I've mentioned it before in here with people that have joined in, but George is the writer here. So if you are interested in chatting with us about this book or anything, or if you have any questions or something like that, I'm sure we'd both be happy to talk about it. I have heard. Wasn't it Gozer the Destructor? Not to be the well actually guy. I think that's what this needs to be more than anything, is a stream where people jump onto Discord and then talk about how great I am. And if the second I don't like it, we just kick you out. If you say anything mean, I do enough negative self-talk for everybody. I'm not picking him up this time. He knows I have jerky. Winston, would you like some jerky? I don't know if you can see him over here. He's down next to me. Hi there! Winston, how does a good boy behave? Yes. He knows that means to lay down. Yeah, that's the stuff. Aim for the flat top. What was the show you were talking about yesterday? You'd be the nice version of it? I don't know. I was talking about Kill Tony. I don't like that show because all it is like a bunch of professional comedians like shitting on sort of like up and coming comics, and you know, sometimes they find people who are actually kind of good, but like I don't know. I had a friend. So I have a couple friends who have tried to do. I lived in LA for a million years, right? 22 years. And I had a few friends who were trying really hard to actually sort of, well, I don't know if they were trying really hard, but they were trying to do like stand-up comedy. One of whom, my friend Joel, I thought was incredibly funny. Joel is a really amazing writer. And there's a part of me that really wishes that he would have continued with stand-up because he was excellent at it. He was really, really excellent at it. And he had some really interesting observations about, you know, what makes a good comedian. And he's like, if you're a great writer with a great personality, you can make it. If you have a great personality, you can make it. If you are a great writer, you can make it. But like the really special ones are the ones that have both, right? Joel was, I think he would probably tell you that he was a writer first and a personality second. Because like basically what would happen is he'd put the mic on the stand, he'd kind of put his hands in his pockets and just recite his really excellent jokes at you. Like he has, you know, I don't want to wreck anything. I don't know if he's looking to do it. I don't know. Here, I'll put it this way, right? He's Jewish, and he had a really hilarious bit about how if he had a time machine, everybody says they'd go back and kill Hitler, but he wouldn't. And it was I'm never gonna do it justice because it was so funny, but like it was really great. Super funny, dude. Hey, can you not do that? I will give you jerky if you stop doing the naughty thing you're doing. How does that sound? Hey, come here, good boy. Yes. Go down. Oh, what a good boy he is. Yes, thank you, Papa. There we go. Anyway, he told me I should try to stand up, but I think my childhood was too good. I just don't have it in me. Streaming is weird enough as it is. It's already too many eyeballs on me. And by too many eyeballs, I mean 4. 4 sets of eyeballs is too many eyeballs. That's 8 eyeballs. And if you got glasses, it's even more. Why are we licking my leg? Is that something we have to do? Oh, the fighter jets are going over. That's, I used to be really good at being able to identify what jets from 29 Palms were flying over based on the sound. Is there... What's the name of the movie about baby Hitler's having to fight off the... Actually kind of hilarious. Hang on a sec. Oh, I've received like 1 million messages on Discord. It might have been David. Where did my Discord app go? Let's find out. Boop. I don't know. I can't find it. It doesn't matter. I don't even know what I was talking about now. Oh, yeah. That sounded like... I can't remember the name of the plane. But that sounded... So 29 Palms is that way. And there's a big military training base up there for, like, young recruits and people in the Air Force and stuff. And the... I think they have a tendency to do the training here, and then they send them down to San Diego to do the real thing. Because they have, like... They have them fly these planes, and that's what that was that just went over. It's the trainer for the F-18. So they have them fly that thing around here, and then eventually they send them down to La Jolla or San Diego and have them fly the real thing. I can't remember the name of the plane though. One day they had like 2 or 3 F-35s fly over, and it was one. I'm like a big, ever since I was a kid, I loved Top Gun, so I super like military planes. I think they're cool. I think they look rad, right? Like, I don't love that you use them to kill people. I think killing people is not good in most cases. Not a big war guy. Would really love to avoid doing that. Seems kind of senseless, but those planes are cool. Okay, they just are. Tom Cruise is cool. Those planes are cool. And when those things fly over, I have a tendency to go outside and look at them. I hear them, and I will run out the front door, and I will see them go whoosh. Google it. Yeah. There, and when I tell you, it was deafeningly loud. I went outside and I walked into the backyard, and I watched them fly over, and they don't fly super high up. And when I went back inside afterward, my ears were ringing just from them flying over the house. And I think they were on like a little joyride or something, because they kept going in they kept going in circles. Yeah, I think the T7. I knew it was like a T something. I was gonna say like a T47, but T7A seems right. Hang on, let me check. T7A. No, that's not it. T38. No. I'm just Googling. I can't find it. Hang on. Now I have to go on a Google search. I apologize for this. No, but what's the plane that they train them on? I can't find it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but it's just like a little plane that it's a smaller version of it. Less powerful, is my understanding. But they're cool. They're cool looking. They're loud. They're not as loud as the real thing, though. Holy smokes. A few years ago, I'll tell you this, my poor uncle had to have a kidney transplant, and one of the best transplant hospitals in Southern California is in La Jolla, California. And La Jolla is where all these military bases are. So, I spent a lot of time down there, and a lot of F-18s would fly over, and I would get real pumped, because that was my favorite airplane when I was a kid. Now, all the other kids liked the F-14, because that's the one that Tom Cruise flew. But, I like the F-18 because I had a book on them. I had a book on cool planes. A-10 Warthogs, F-16s, F-15s, you name it. I knew about them. I used to know all the guns they put on them and stuff too, but I don't remember all that crap anymore. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, no, these are the ones that have like the red nose cone. I can't remember. Yeah, those ones are cool looking. Yeah, but the ones I'm talking about have the little nose cone, little red nose cone. Here, let me see. Let me see if I can find it again. No, military plane, red nose cone. Nope. 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 Can't find it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, can't find it. This is gonna bug me all day. Fighters, no, I liked both. That's the problem. I enjoyed both things. A boy can like both, George. T-45. Let's see if that's right. That's my guy. McDonnell Douglas, T-45. That's the one. Thank you. Yeah, I had all the dinosaur books too. Airplanes and dinosaurs. That's the kind of boy I was. Still kind of the boy I am, honestly. Because I still get pumped when those planes fly over. I do, like, I'll be sitting here if I'm not streaming, and then I'll hear my wife will go, airplane, and then I'll come flying out of my seat and go look at the planes as they fly over. Where's my 2? Where's the 2? Where's my 2mm? Or my .2? It's missing, you guys. That's a .05. Not the one I'm looking for. This is the other great part of watching art happen live. You can see a boy misplace all of his pens constantly. Did it fall on the floor? It sure didn't. There it is. It's in the wrong spot. It's on my desk, my other desk. It's on the desk that will be on the days that I color, and you can watch me do that. I know, that's my favorite. Is the day new dinos drop, and I get an immediate text from Anton. He's like, new dino dropped! And I have to figure out whether or not I think it's rad. 90% of the time it's a rad dinosaur. Because dinosaurs are rad, you know? Ain't shit to be done about that. Alright, Bob. You, for some reason, didn't draw the fingernails in. And you've also lost all of your red pencils. There. Everything falls on the floor in my office. Because that's what I do. I just drop stuff. And that is the sign of a great artist. One that drops everything, but still finds it. It's done. Oh, here they come again. Hang on, this one sounds different. I think it sounded different because he was closer to the house, so I couldn't see him. Anyway, this is what it's like living with me. I'm like, airplanes? Sweet! We've switched to the smaller pen. We'll go back to the 3 now. Long neck ancestor of the T-Rex. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Argentine dinosaurs. These are just dinosaurs that make Malbec wines. Dearest, what is a traditional Argentinian food? Can you think of any? Like pupusas or something?
Chimichurri. Like that sauce, that's our...
Yeah, thank you. So these are dinosaurs that make Malbecs and chimichurri sauce. Thank you. That was incredibly helpful. We got there. We got there. Where did I put my tiny ruler? There she is. 100% best dinos. Everyone was impressed by these dinos. Sitting around little cafes. Where are gauchos from? Where is that? Chat. Where are gauchos from? Is that Spain? Is that España? Or is that South American? Is that Peruvian? I don't know. Gauchos are from Argentina? Okay, so I know more about Argentina than I thought I did. Yeah. Gauchos drinking Malbecs, eating chimichurri. These sound like fun dinos. Hang on. We gotta get there. So, what we're talking about, ostensibly, is the following. We're talking about a long-necked dinosaur that is also a T-Rex. But that is... So, we have a... We're doing it. We're doing it live. We're going to make up this dinosaur. We're going to try to understand what he is. So... He's a bean boy. He's got his big long tail. Right? He's got his big T-Rex legs. And he's got his other leg over here. And then he's got his little hands. Right? So far, so good. But then he's got a long neck. He's looking over here. And then he's got his T-Rex head, right? He looks like a shitty bird. Right? So this is our guy. This is our dinosaur, more or less. But he's Argentinian. So in this little tiny front hand, we put a Malbec. Because the Argentinians are doing incredible things with wine. And then in this hand, we put a little bowl of chimichurri. And then on his head, we put a jaunty gaucho hat. And then like a kind of like a sarape, right? And then those big cool pants they wear. So that's him, right? And then we just hi Bubba. Here, let me give you a little jerky. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about Gaucho Dinosaur with his cool hat. And his little beady eyes, and he's looking over here. He's like, there's something to eat over there. Big teefies. And his big sarape outfit. But it's very decorative. Because he cares a lot about his appearance. There he is. This is our Argentine, long-necked dinosaur. He loves Argentina. Me gusta Argentina. There we go. That's how you do it. Glad everybody stuck around for that. In the sketchbook, we got the Argentinian long-necked dinosaur. Oh, you came to watch comics. What you got was dinosaur doofusery. True. So dapper indeed. Also, hello Roscoe Productions. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate it. John Scott, thank you as well. Muy bueno. ¿Cómo se dice dinosaur in Espanol? That's one I feel like I should have learned, but I didn't. I've been to Mexico on numerous occasions. I've been to fairly deep Mexico. I've been to Oaxaca. I've been to San Juan del Rio. I've been to DF. I've been to Tijuana. I live in Southern California. You go to... It's not Dinosauro. There's no... Dinosaurio? There's no way it's Dinosauro. Come on. Pull the other one. I'm not buying it. Hang on. We're going to Google Translate. I don't believe it. Google Translate is going to tell us the truth. I'm not going to take these lies any longer. Dinosaur. Okay. Dinosaur, and then we're going to go from English to Espanol. Spanish. Boop. English to Spanish. Dinosaur. Go. Here we go. Get ready.
Dinosaurio.
Dinosaurio. It was Dinosauro. Come on, come on. It feels a little racist, doesn't it? It feels insensitive. It's just dinosaurio. Dinosaurio. Fair enough. Alright, I stand corrected. Wait, unless were dinosaurs discovered in Mexico originally? T-45 again. I hear him. The dog's freaking out. Oh, he's real close this time. Can you hear that? Oh, is that funny? Alright, there we go. Paper grabbed. George, you're gonna have to trust me with this panel. I'm gonna do a lot in the coloring to kind of heighten the moment here. So the background is gonna be very sparse. Dinosaurio. I don't know, the more I say it, the more I like it. Is Roscoe Productions your film production company? Named after an adorable pet or something like that? We recently went to a restaurant downtown here called Jake's, and it's named after the owner's adorable deceased dog, and they have this beautiful painting of him up in the entryway. I received some kind of message? Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay, I just received a text from a very good friend of mine. It says, this might be the most disturbing AI paper of 2025. Scientists just proved that large language models can literally rot their own brains the same way humans get brain rot from scrolling junk content. Here we go. They found models they fed models months of viral Twitter data, short, high engagement posts, and watched their cognitive collapse. Reasoning, get ready for this. Reasoning fell by 23%, long context memory dropped by 30%, personality tests show spikes in narcissism and psychopathy. And get this, even after retraining on clean, high-quality data, the damage didn't fully heal. The representational rot persisted. It's not just bad data equals bad output. It's bad data equals permanent cognitive drift. The AI equivalent of doom scrolling is real, and it's already happening. If you are looking if you are looking for the actual paper, it's called LLMs Can Get Brain Rot. And the abstract says we propose a test of LLM brain rot hypothesis. Continual exposure to junk web text induces lasting cognitive decline in large language models. To casually isolate data quality, blah, blah, blah. Regardless, Twitter's rotting your brain. All these things are rotting your brain. Oh, hey, George is a following. Wait, George, are you watching me on all platforms at the same time, simultaneously? How are you doing this? Now it's official. Tight. Anyway, you can rot an LLM's brain by just feeding it Twitter posts. Imagine what it's doing to everyone. You ever wonder why Elon Musk went from kind of weird to officially super weird? It's because he got Twitter brained. Hey, I have to let him know that this was incredible. So anyway, get off of Twitter. It's bad for you. Honestly, probably not a bad idea to get off of Blue Sky either. There's a lot of brain rot on there. What I like to do is post that I'm going to do something fun and then leave the website immediately. Leave all short form websites immediately. However, my understanding is that if you are I hesitate to use the term content person, Blue Sky is the place to be. It has better engagement. So those algorithms mess with you, man. I gotta go to the tiny one. I think I've had too much coffee today and not enough water. I'm starting to get that swimmy head. And not like the fun... Not the fun coffee wormhole that you can go into when you have too much coffee. Just the... We're sitting here and our head feels weird. Is that disturbing? Alright, I should just leave my headphones on so I can actually hear what you guys are hearing. Oh yeah, this one is good. I like this one. And then as soon as I hear it, I immediately move off to another song that is maybe not as good. There's some bangers on there, but because I was doing so many of them so quickly, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a couple turds. I need to get back into writing music for these things, just to have some more variety. Just have a couple of new songs in there every now and then, just for fun. Because I don't really remember how long that playlist runs for. It's over an hour. Jeez, I wrote over an hour of music for Bob's Drawing Challenge. What a psycho. I also scored a short film once upon a time. Oh, good news, guys. It is just allergies. I did take a COVID test last night because my throat got really raw. It's just allergies. It's just allergies. It was feeling bad last night, though. I was like, oh no. That coughing lady at the Guitar Center infected me with her diseases. And I was sitting there on the couch all night going, like, I was just like this. And then my throat was so raw, and I was just like, this is not good. And it was like almost, I don't know if you guys have the same thing. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm glad you noticed. Yeah, no, but I don't know if, I don't know if COVID having godders around here. What happens for me is that I get a fever and I get the strangest sore throat. It's almost like there's like one very specific spot that if I breathe on it, it becomes painful. And it started to feel like that last night. You know, it's like when the air hits the windpipe, there's like one little raw spot. And it started to feel like that last night, and I was like, okay, I better make sure so I'm not getting my lovely wife and the dog sick here, because you can give it to your dogs. I was talking to Jerry Duggan about it, and apparently his cute beagle got it after he got it, and he's like, I can tell my dog can't smell as well as he used to. Like he's not snooting around as much as he used to. Yeah. It sure seems like it. I mean, the good news is like while you know the government is shut down, Stanford, I think Stanford, or some college, I could be wrong, still gives wastewater data, and you can still check that because it's independent of the federal government, and my area is very low right now, so that's good. But apparently, like, there's like a weird thing floating around now that's like a offshoot of polio or something like that, and it gives you real bad brain fog. And my wife's trainer just got it. So it said it was really miserable. My wife sent me a video about it on the internet. You're not gonna have to be in an iron lung though, so that's good. It just makes you real sick. We're gonna get flagged for medical misinformation on here, and then they're gonna take the stream down. getting through NYCC safely is like I just feel like with these cons, you're just like Neo in the Matrix dodging bullets. Like I don't know how anybody does it anymore. It's part of the reason I don't do them is because you know, my deadlines don't move. Oh, well, I mean, well, you're gonna get something fun because I'm about to go refill my coffee, which means you get Carl. So I'm gonna go real quick, everybody. I'm gonna go refill my coffee, and then you get to watch Carl for a second, and then I'll come back. It'll be about 2-3 minutes, but and then we'll finish up this page. We're actually moving pretty good. I'll be back in just a second. Don't you worry. All right, we're back. We're back. We got the big coffee mug. Thank you for your patience. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. It is what it is, you know? Sometimes you just need a little extra juice to get you through the morning. Because I wake up very early these days. It is actually. More so in my wife's. But so the outro, hilariously, the outro video, I was talking to my wife about it when I was like, I want to make this thing, but what I really want to do is make sort of a version of the main theme song, but do the Mystery Science Theater love theme. You know, the one that's like I wanted to do that, but I wanted to do it for the main theme song, and I couldn't find a way to make it work right, so I just did the best I could to kind of give the same feel, because I just remember like Mystery Science Theater 3000 used to be on Sundays when I was growing up in Wisconsin. Just like I think it was on the Sci-Fi Channel, I think. It was on Sci-Fi Channel, and I think it was on Sci-Fi Channel, and it was on an early morning on Sundays. And I always remember that I would come home from church, and then we'd watch Mystery Science Theater 3000, and then that song would come on at the end, and I'd always be so sad because I was like, I got school tomorrow. And that's every time I hear that song, I get so depressed. Because I'm like, Mystery Science Theater 3000 is over. Now I got school tomorrow. And it's like so deeply ingrained in my DNA that like even when we watch, just like, because we have a pile of the DVDs still to this day. Anytime it comes on, I'm just like, oh man. So, there you go. Now you got deep insights into the inner workings of my brain. It's funny how much that held on, though, right? I was like, I'm sure now that I'm a grown man, I'll have no problem watching Mystery Science Theater 3000. Nope. That love theme comes on, I still get sad. Yeah, right? They were originally going to make the show The Biggest Loser about me. About how I lost on every Sunday as a child. And then they decided to make it about people trying to lose weight. Which, honestly, I'm grateful for, because I didn't want to be on that show. That was not the show for me. All right. Pleased about that. Early Depeche Mode, is it? Hang on. I just gotta leave these headphones on so I can actually hear stuff. Early Depeche Mode was very upbeat and happy. Not so much robot rock. Rock. Robot rock. Now when I sing Depeche Mode over my beep boop music. Oh, the previous track. Oh, okay. The previous track, which was called that previous track was called Miami Beat, and the reason is because I had played Hotline Miami and I really liked the music. And I wanted to do something sort of in a similar vein. Hey, let me know if I hit the mark. Did I make a song that sounded like it maybe could have been played in Hotline Miami? If not, I blew it. Yeah, it is. It's really good, right? It's like, hey, do you want to be the chicken head guy or the other animal head guy? I'm gonna go to the very small pen for his eyes. All right, there we go. Yep. Come to the Bobcast, where everything that you ask me about comes with a dumb story you didn't want. But I'll tell it to you. You can go somewhere else, I suppose. But you shouldn't. Best show on the internet. Best show for drawing on the internet. I think that's pretty uncontroversial at this point. This is the best show on the internet to watch a middling cartoonist drink coffee. I feel like that's not controversial. A true storyteller, yes. I shouldn't be so hard on myself. We almost won an Eisner. But I'll be honest with you, there's a part of me that feels like if I stop being hard on myself, I'll stop getting better. I'll stop trying to improve. I'm not as good as I could be yet. And the day you stop trying to be the best version, or an even better version of yourself than you were the other day, is the day that someone else who is trying to be a better version of themselves passes you by. And then the editors forget your email address. And you don't want that. You want them to remember it. You want them to remember it when they're making the Laura and Gabby series that you wanted to draw, but they didn't call you. Still salty. But it's okay. I'm doing something cooler anyway. Because here's the truth, right? Like you can do as many licensed books as you want, but the real cool stuff is when you make something original. And that's what I'm about to do. Like working on cool characters. That's true. Homer Simpson wanting to create more. Yeah. You know, working on licensed characters is cool and everything, but putting something new and fresh into the world is the real shit. And I'll say this to you as well. Comics is the easiest and best place to do it. Cuz it's just a weird enough medium, and the margins are cruddy, but the actual barrier to print stuff is so low that you're more willing to find somebody who's willing to take a chance on something kind of strange in comics. If you have kind of a crazy movie idea, unless you know somebody at like, I don't know, fucking 824 or something, it's just not happening, you know? Like, you have to know a dude who's like, yeah, Steve Stinkwater is the man, and he makes the best movies, the craziest ones. I don't know where good movies are getting made anymore. I haven't seen one in a hot minute, I'll tell you that. What was the last good movie you saw? Our local theater plays those rerun movies where it's like the old classic that'll come back, and we recently saw Labyrinth on the big screen, which was mwah. And then we also saw Blues Brothers, which was also mwah, on the big screen. Really loved it. Super good time. Good crowds too, because Labyrinth was just myself and my wife, which was amazing. We had a whole theater just to ourselves. I heard Sinners was quite good. Weapons. Somebody that I trust the opinion of recently said that Weapons was garbage. We'll have to see if I can find that and figure out why they didn't like it. But I mean, this is two people saying to go see Weapons who are cool dudes, so maybe I'll just ignore that other person. Maybe they're the dingus. You know? Oh, congratulations, you've received over 100 messages today. Well, thank you for everybody chatting. Chat, send more messages. Tell your friends to come join the stream. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them they don't know their bits. What else do people do on here? Tell them put me on front page. It's the best stream. He's going for the high score in drawing comics. Oh, it's on HBO? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Oh, Matt G liked it too? Alright, well, there you go. Smash that button. Yeah, smash the like button. Smash like and subscribe on YouTube. How many YouTube people we got here? 4. I see you in there. YouTubers. Hear me. Smash buttons. Smash them so hard you injure your wrists. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll hurt yourself. I don't want that. I want you to have a good time. I want you to have a good afternoon. Wherever you may be. Or a good morning. What was I drawing here? I don't even know. Beep. We should do a Bob Ross stream for Halloween. That'd be fun. I'll dress up like Bob Ross, and I don't have his brand of oil paints, but I'll just try to paint. I'll try to paint a Bob Ross style painting in Clip Studio. How about that? See if we can do it. I just had a good friend on Discord say that they would kill for Carl, so we're gonna have to do more Carl content. I hate that I just said content. Ugh. I'll have to do more Carl animations. Because here's a fact, right? What Carl is actually a lot more difficult than just content, right? I'm not just yapping into a phone. I sit down, I draw a bunch of poses, and I animate that little maniac. Okay? It's hard work. Old man shouts at clouds. Ugh. I'm getting angry at myself. Having an existential crisis right here in front of you on stream. I work hard, damn it. Harder than these kids. Oh boy. Harder than these kids and their iPhones. They don't know how to do it. Not the way I do. I went to school. I'm a college graduate. That's all true, though. The sad part is that, like, I'm probably a little grumpy about it. But I also had to spend a bunch of time today at FedEx because I had to fax the California Franchise Tax Board, which, if you were on stream yesterday, Bob being a Bob hater, true. But if you're on stream yesterday when I got that phone call, that was the California Franchise Tax Board, and I had to send them a bunch of documents saying I don't owe you money and I'm not gonna pay you. Not doing it. We'll see what they say. This last time I got a lovely lady named Christy. Last time I got this really great Eastern European guy named Alex, who sounded so tired and so bored. And at a certain point, I had made it my job. I was like, I'm gonna break this guy. I'm gonna get him to laugh. And I did eventually get him to chuckle. And I felt like that was a great win for myself and the California Franchise Tax Board. I will say this as well. Not so much for robots. True. But I will say this. Every person that I have dealt with at the Franchise Tax Board has been really nice. Which you wouldn't expect. I thought you would expect, like, these people to talk to you and just be like super terse all the time because they're dealing with people complaining about their taxes. Everybody's mad all the time. No, they're lovely. Every single one of them is lovely. Even tired Alex was really nice. You know, they just kind of want to help you get things sorted out. There we go. We're gonna move down to the 0.2 pen. I think we're a little thick. We also are kind of having a tangent here with her butt, so we're gonna have to extend the butt cheek. We're gonna give her a slight Brazilian butt lift, but that didn't exist in the 80s. So, whatever the 80s equivalent of a Brazilian butt lift is. What was a popular workout, like sweating to the oldies? Or is that even too late? Is that 90s? Gonna get physical. Yeah, like when if I'm a woman, put yourself in the shoes, in the trainers of a woman with a flat butt in the 80s, and you desperately want to lift that tushy. What are you doing to do it? It's 1983. Your butt is sagging. You need hot cheeks stat. What do you got to do to get these buns popping? What is it called? Jazzercise? Was Jazzercise 80s? Hang on. We're gonna verify. Jazzercise. Iconic dance program. They have one out here in Palm Desert. You can literally go Jazzercise in Palm Desert. Oh, is that funny? Is there a... I need the Wikipedia article. I should actually move over to the other computer so we can all read this together. Jazzercise was founded, ladies and gentlemen, in 1969. Nice. I had no idea. I had no idea. You've been able to get these jazzed cheeks since '69. Once again, nice. Can we get a nice in the chat for Jazzercise? Thank you. When I ask for those things, you don't need to do it. I just hear people say them on their obnoxious YouTube videos. L's in the chat for Joe Biden or whatever. Whatever people yell about. Jane, yeah, you know what? I think my mom had a Jane Fonda thing too. I think that's correct. Oh, my legs! Sorry, I'm getting old. I can't just curl my legs up underneath me the way I used to. I do sit pretzel style or cross-legged in this chair as I'm drawing. And then I wonder why my knees hurt. You know. I'm gonna go have a sip of coffee. That's why I've left. Billy Blank's Ty Bo. Ty Bo had to be 1990s, right? Ty Bo was 90s. We're checking. Billy Blanks. Ty Bo. Wikipedia. He was born in the 50s. We love that. Martial arts, filmography, career. I'm sure Ty Bo is going to end up being in the career section. Nope. Last Boy Scout. Wait, here we go. Late 80s. Reported to have grossed 80 million to 130 million in sales. Guys, we've solved it. We are going to stop streaming art and we're going to start streaming karate kicks for health. Fair health. Okay? I'm going to go in the back here. Coming, yeah, just under the wire. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to back up in front of this screen. We're going to, you know what? Hang on a second. Whoops. All right, guys. We've solved it. Enough of this drawing. We're just doing punch workouts. Punch workouts all day. Kick. Ready? Kick. Ready? Kick. Punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch. All right? Everybody get out of your chairs. What are we doing? What are we doing? Get up out of your chair. Start doing these kicks. You're going to feel great. Ready? Let's crank the music up. This one's called Bew Bew Bew. Kick, kick. All right, I'm tired. I'm an artist, okay? I'm not a workout guy. Okay. We're back to the table. Whew. Jane Fonda of our generation. True. Honestly, I see why that was effective. Like, if you were gonna do that much work for like 30 minutes, I'll tire you out. I'll tell you this too. My secret shame. Are you ready to hear it? skipped my jog this morning. I didn't go for my jog. But it's because I had to send all that. I had to fax all that stuff to Sacramento. So I did work out yesterday. The music wasn't playing? Oh, the music! Oh, the music doesn't play on that screen. I'll fix it. I'll fix it for tomorrow, and then we'll do Studio of Solitude, Slaybo, or whatever. And then we can all work out together. Yeah, that's my fault. For some reason, I didn't put the desktop audio capture on that scene, and I should. Just know I was doing it with the beat, and it was very energizing. And it would have been energizing for you if you'd been working out, but you didn't, and that's okay. You don't have to. We're here to enjoy each other's company. We're here to enjoy drawing. We're here to enjoy art. And working out is not part of... Well, actually, working out is part of that, but... not that way. I'll say it again to everybody who wasn't here yesterday. You should work out. Especially if you're an artist. Very important. Because you sit all day. Sitting is the new smoking. Please get out of your chair. Lift some weights. Go for a jog. Stay heart healthy. It's the only way that we're going to make sure that this next generation... Like, you hear about these poor people who are just trying to get into comics, working these 28-hour days, and then they all drop dead at 15 or 30. There was that story about that sweet kid. I don't remember how old he was. Really young. Croaked because of because he was working too much. This is a tough job, man. People don't talk about it. Best viewers, Streambo. That sounds like a botting. I didn't need to maybe block whoever that is. I don't want you around here. I'll have to turn on like one of those. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry about the ad in chat, guys. How rude. I didn't know that my stream rated high enough for spam bots. But, my fault. But still, it's interaction, you know? L's in the chat for spam bots. Am I doing this right? Am I being a Twitch streamer appropriately? I love that you guys have no patience for this jerk. This jerk robot. Look, guys, he's just doing his job. He's just following his programming. It doesn't get happy. It doesn't get sad. It just runs programs. Was that from Short Circuit? Am I crazy? Short Circuit was also a big one for me as a kid. I loved me some Johnny Five. I used to make him out of constructs building toys. Do you guys remember Constructs? Do you ever see those? Those were I liked Legos. I loved Constructs. God, I haven't thought about those in a long time. Holy smokes. There we go. All right. Dude, we are cruising today. Absolutely cruising. Oh no. I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. I apologize. Won't happen again. I promise. Unless it does. Unless it does happen again. I can't make these promises. You know, we just talk about what we talk about when it comes up. And we drink coffee. Together. Everybody, clink at the biggest coffee mug you can find. It's true, though. I remember... It probably should come as no surprise to anyone that we were a big Disney family, considering that I worked there for many years. And when we used to take a annual family trip to Disney World, which was always right around my birthday because that's when the teacher convention was, and it would mean that I didn't have a bunch of extra homework, right? But you'd still end up at least 1 or 2 mornings having to go to the big, like the lobby of the hotel you were staying at, and then do homework, which sucked. But when they opened Hollywood Studios, or I guess it was at that point it was Disney MGM Studios, they had a ride or like a tour where it was like, hey, it's the backlot tour. There's no backlot. They didn't film anything there, but you know, it's just like it makes you feel like maybe you're seeing some movie magic. You're not, but you know that doesn't matter. It's for the kids. And they had this one room that was like this giant prop house room, and they had the big gold number 5 from when he became a citizen. And I always loved looking for him when I was there because I liked that robot. Am I still drawing on screen? Can you actually see what I'm doing? It's not too dark. It's kind of dark just because I'm right-handed. I'm doing my best, okay, you guys? I can maybe crank the gain up a little bit. Let me see. We're gonna try to adjust these exposure up. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's try that. Let's see if that's better. I didn't know it was so dark. Jeez. You guys gotta tell me when this stuff happens, otherwise I don't know. Also, Marin, you have joined the stream. You must tell us what your favorite ice cream flavor is. Unless you've left already, which I respect. No, we've got 6 people in here. Nobody's left. I know you're here. I know you're here. I can smell you. That's from that old video. I'm not smelling people over the internet. That would be weird. I'm an advocate for all flavors. This is a coward's position. But you know what? I get it. You don't want to get in the year of our Lord, 2025. There's no telling who you're going to make angry on the internet by enjoying a specific flavor of ice cream. Because I am a grown-up, yesterday I went and grabbed ice cream after lunch. Drove downtown, went to the ice cream shop, got ice cream, came home. Because you know why? No one can stop me. Rum ham ice cream. Rum ham! Twitch viewers will be pleased to know that there is a ham emote for subscribers. Very important ham emote. So please do subscribe if you're a ham fan. Ugh. Or, you know what, don't. It's just, it's not worth it. I'm just subscribing for the ham emote so I can bring ham places. Ooh, vape. Here's the thing about Vegas. I find Vegas to be an intensely disturbing place for a number of reasons. Mostly because I feel like, you know, the casino thing is kind of gross. And that's just kind of like the whole place, right? But at the same time, these casinos have some of the best restaurants I've ever been to. Consistently great meals, and like the shows are also really good. I also have some good friends that live out there, and it's like not too expensive. I don't know if it's still that way, but yeah, I don't know. Conflicted about it. I haven't been to Vegas in years though. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take some of that back because one year around, I want to say it was Christmas, my wife and I were like, we don't want to go through LAX to fly home for the holidays. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the good stuff, right? So like, you know, we live in LA, right? And flying through LAX is both a big pain and it's also expensive, right? So we found out that it was actually cheaper for us to drive from LA to Las Vegas. And then once we were in Vegas, actually stay the night at one of the casinos, one of the hotel casinos, and then fly out the next day. So we did. And it was actually really amazing. We got there and we were having such a nice night, and we were talking to the, just kind of chatting with the lady at the front desk, and I guess she enjoyed our company because she comped us a bottle of champagne. So like we drove to Vegas, got a free bottle of champagne, hung out for the night, and then got on the plane the next day and had a lovely time. But again, we spent zero time gambling, so. You have a brewery district? Uh-oh. Here's the problem. I am into that kind of thing. Like, favorite Friday nights out here? Coachella Valley Brewing Company. favorite Saturdays? Luchador Brewing Company. So, yeah. All right, Vegas. You're selling me, okay? I'm picking up what you're putting down. That sounds fun. Sounds like maybe I didn't give Vegas the shot it deserved. Yeah, you can see this. Okay, good. I feel like you can see it better than you could see it before. So that's good. Yeah, I have a good friend whose family lives out there. He's not. I don't know how he feels about Vegas in general. He spends like all of his time in LA, so. Do you go to those Vegas conventions? Like Amazing Vegas or whatever it is? I don't even know what the convention there is anymore. Las Vegas Comic Con. Are they good? I had a guy who continually tried to convince me to go to it, and I was just kind of like, I don't know. I'm mostly maybe I'll just do WonderCon now because it's just down the street kind of guy. I don't want to travel for shows anymore. Clearly, the secret weapon is Bob. This'll take this convention to the next level. Well, as soon as I pay for my table and my transit, and and I get a stipend and per diem. No, I'm not paying for tables anymore, though, man. What a scam! I gotta blow $600 for the opportunity to maybe sell a couple bucks worth of commissions and originals? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Not anymore. I miss going every now and then. Eisner's 2027. We'll see. I don't think the thing that's crazy is this book that I'm about to start. I don't think it's scheduled to come out until 2026. I could be wrong though. I just signed. So for anybody who's been following along, I just signed the contract on the new book yesterday. So we'll see. I haven't heard anything from the editor yet, so I may shoot him an email and just be like, "Hey, are we making books or what?" And also, when does this need to be done? when do you need these pages in your inbox? Because if it's not until 2026, I'm taking my time. Actually, no, I'm not, because I like to work. What I don't like to do is sit on pages and not get them out. Oh, yes. That's right. Maybe we can... Yeah. Yes, Mr. Krolf's new book. But, you know, as one would expect, because the ink is still wet on the contract, I can't really talk about it. Can't talk about it, because... you know, NDAs and all that stuff. Like, the thing I really want to find out about is hey, will you guys let me stream drawing some of the pages if they're not spoilery? It's like, it's technically creator owned, right? But I don't know if they have certain embargoes on marketing because it's not image, right? And so it's like, hey, if I'm not saying anything and I'm not necessarily spoiling anything, are we good? We good? Question mark? I don't know. Yeah, lawyer reasons for sure. All in for 2027. No, we're going to the Eisners this year when this book comes out. Assuming I can finish it this year. That'd be nice. Well, this is page 26 of 48. So we're getting there. We're making progress. Maybe what we have to do is pray that they don't tell me when things are starting, and then they start them way late so I can just finish this first. Or George can become independently wealthy and we can renegotiate the page rate. Not that I'm complaining. Vegas Valley Comic Book Festival. Clark County Library. Now, do you have to be a Vegas local in order to go? Because that sounds lovely. I love a little smaller thing like that. Did I tell you? Have I told you guys about the uncanny experience I did? Come on, Powerball, dude. Trust me. If I win Powerball, dude. If we win Powerball, not only do you don't have to pay me anymore, but you can. If you have any scripts like this, just send them to me and I'll just draw them. No complaints. The rest of the time I'm just going to be drawing stuff I want to draw. No more of these contract gigs, brother. Not happening. Tired of it. Come to me with your best books. I love that. That's such a nice, yeah, that's good. See, that's the thing, right? That's how you can tell you're doing the right job for you. It's like, well, if you won the lottery, what would you do? I'd be like, well, I'd still be doing this. I just would be working on different things. Which, honest, like, how great would that be? Independently wealthy, so I can just put weird stuff out. Put all the weird stuff you want out into the world. And again, as I was saying earlier, that's what's great about comics. It's an incredible medium for just weird stuff. Taking 6 months off of comics? Oh, Fair, yeah. I was like, oh no, did hashtag comics break your heart or something? I was like, do we need to... We can have Bobcast therapy session, and I will talk you back into making these things. Although I did accidentally maybe talk somebody out of doing comics because they were in my DMs telling me how everything they do was garbage, and I was like, brother, you gotta be able to fight through the bad drawings. If you can't fight through the bad drawings, how are you gonna do this job? And then after that, he blocked me because I was getting those like every day. I was like, oh, dude. I felt really bad afterward because he was a sweet kid, but like he just, you know, and he was working hard and he was drawing every day, but like every day he'd have like this like miniature existential crisis, and I'm like, brother. One, I'm not your therapist. Two, you know, you do need a certain level of mental toughness in order to sit down in a studio every day and do this. And you have to be able to fight through rejection, right? Like if you think about this, right? I was trying to, you know, I was doing my best, and you know, it's like one of those things where it's like, the thing I was thinking, it was like, you know, if one bad drawing is enough to make you go, I'm never doing this again, and I can't do this anymore, like, and I'm never going to get anywhere. What are you going to do at your first portfolio review when they say you're not ready? You know what I mean? Like, if that's enough to make you say, I'm never going to do it again, how are you ever going to survive? Somebody telling you, I like some of this, but this isn't ready. You're not ready for prime time. Like, you're just you'll quit immediately. And, you know, cruddy drawings, I mean, jeez. I don't know if can you see these? Here. Let me show you something. For anybody who wants to do this stupid job. Here, in the back corner of my office, buried amongst all these old things are my old sketchbooks. Okay. I've got piles of these. And guess what? They're crap. It's all garbage. It's all turds. It's all garbage and turds. Turds and garbage, okay? Turds and garbage drawings. Garbage and turds drawings. They're not good. They're not good. These are not good. These are bad, in fact. These are not going to get you any work. There was a drawing in there of Anton Newcomb of the Brian Jonestown Massacre for some reason, right? But you have to fill pages and pages and pages of terrible drawings before you can start finally doing the ones that are good. You have to work through all the garbage so that you can get to the part where you're drawing good drawings. Because you're gonna put so many turds down. Just, I'm telling you, hundreds of pages of turds. They're not good. But you get better. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. It's tough. Yeah. So, no, it's tough, and I felt bad. Because it's like, you know, the last thing I want to do is discourage somebody from... And I wasn't trying to discourage him, right? But I was like, you know, I don't want to be the reason that somebody stopped drawing, right? But, you know, I've had a lot of rejections. I've sent a ton of pitches in, and you know, they got denied, or I've had stuff going and got absolute crickets. Like, sometimes they don't even get back to you. So, you know, if you can't deal with that, you're going to be in real trouble. Dearest, is it lunchtime? Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me for right now. Well, I appreciate it. That was very kind of you to say so. Would you buy some of those crap sketches? All right. Well, yeah, I'll sell the old sketchbooks for you to you for a little if you want. Anyway, I'm going to go eat lunch. This is the end of the morning stream because now I go ham slap it. Let's go. Right now I go eat lunch with my wife, and then we play spelling bee for as long as it takes. Oh, hey! Good to see you. But yeah, we're going to go play spelling bee, and then I'll be back this afternoon to finish this page. It'll probably be just doing these arcade machines and spotting some black, so it'll probably be a shorter one this afternoon. Yeah, and then we'll do it again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. So again, thank you so much for stopping by. Hang on a second, we're gonna transition real quick. Oh man, thank you so much everybody for coming. Oh man, it's so great here in the fortress, but I gotta go back up to the space station where I eat lunch. I eat lunch in space. I don't know what you guys do. Oh, my arm. I eat lunch in space, and then I do Taibo in space. We'll get the music working in here later so that we can have Taibo in space. But anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you in a little bit. Love you, love you. Peace.
This ladder back to my space station.
I wish you could come too. I wish you could enter cryo sleep with me to be rejuvenated amongst the stars. But you can't, and I'm sorry about that.
Hey, it's that time again. Walk up this ladder back to my space station.
Are you still here? No. Watch me walk up this ladder. It's a long walk from Earth to the moon. Many tens of miles. 10 miles to the moon. Shorter than you think. It's a very small moon. I'm going to a space station though. I screwed up. That's okay. We're gonna get on my case about it? That's fine. You can do that if you want. It's expensive to run a space station where you sleep and then go to Earth sometimes.
Hey, it's that time again. Walk up this ladder back to my space station.
Have you ever gotten on a Stairmaster? It's like that, but into space where there's no oxygen. It's very difficult. You should try it sometime.
Hey, it's that time again. Walk up this ladder back to my space station.
Miss you guys. Tune in next time. I'm looking forward to seeing you and drawing for you in the future.